Hello friends, you are welcome back to the channel. I am happy to be back today. It's been a very tough 1 month for me because I've changed environment. Currently, as many of you are aware, I'm studying at the Yale University. And in fact, it is not easy moving to a new place. So sometimes you have to take your time to become used to the environment and the systems before you can plan other things. That is what has taken me so long. But finally, I am back. So today, we are going to talk about Spring 2023 visa updates. In this video, I am going to share with you all that you need to do to get your visa approved for your Spring 2023 term. I know many of you have deferred your program to the spring term. There are some of you who had your visa rejected. As a result, your program was deferred. Some of you have just gotten admission, and many of you had not gotten a date, so you had to reschedule or defer your program to the spring term. In this video, I'm going to give you all the updates, all the things you need to do to get your visa approved. This channel has been very successful in helping so many students get their visas. We have a lot of testimonies. If you are on the Telegram page, you can testify to that. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Subscribe. You may not be new, but you have not subscribed. Please do so. Like the video and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. When you check the video description section, there are all the links to our Telegram page. We have a page for visa, we have a page for all those who have gotten their visas approved, and we have a page for people who are starting application to new schools. So we will leave all the link in the video description section. Please reach out to us by email. I know there are many of you who have sent emails and you have not received response yet. Don't worry, we have begun to respond to many of the emails since yesterday. There are a lot of emails we are responding to, but don't worry at all. Send your emails to us, let us know your question. If you are looking for personal coaching and all that, just let us know and let's see how we can help you through the process. Now it's time. Let's get into the video. The first thing you need to do if you are coming for Spring 2023 is to get an updated I-20. That is, if you have gone for a visa interview recently and you have been refused, and as a result, you deferred your program to spring, you will need a new I-20. If you just got admission or admitted into a school that is starting in the spring, you also need a new I-20. Also, if you didn't get a visa date for the fall term and you have deferred to spring 2023, you also need a new I-20. So no matter your situation, you will need a new I-20. Those of you who have gotten your visas, I know many of you who have gotten your visas and we have been chatting and I've been telling you that you need to get a new I-20. You don't need a new visa because you already have a visa approved. So you can enter US with your already approved visa, but you will have to update your I-20. To get a new I-20, what I mean is that your school will have to issue you a new I-20 that comes with a new start date that will reflect the spring 2023 term. If you don't do this, if you go for the visa interview, you will be rejected. If you don't do this, if you come to the US at the port of entry, you will be denied entry because your I-20 will be outdated, bearing the fall start date. You want to avoid that. So make sure you check with your school to get an updated I-20. Now, the next thing you need to do is to update your DS-164. Yes. So if you applied for a visa for fall term and you didn't get a visa date, so you had to defer, what it means is that you have your old DS-160 form, right? Now that old DS-160 form have some information that might be outdated. For example, expected date of travel. When are you expecting to travel and when are you expecting to complete your program? Because you are getting a new I-20, that means that those dates will also be new. It is important to update this information on your DS-160 form. If you don't do that, that may go against you. I always tell people, don't take anything for granted. Even if it is a minor correction, make sure you do it. Make sure you correct it. Don't give anything to chance. Now, if you have already submitted a DS-160 form, it means that you must fill a new one. Yes. Make sure to fill a new DS-160 form And also make sure that you will use the new DS-160 form code to update your profile on your profile. And after you do that, you print a new appointment confirmation. This is very, very important. If you don't do that, you will have your old DS-160 form on your profile, which will go against you. You may be denied entry at the gate for the interview because your DS-160 form will have a different code and your appointment date will also have a different code. So make sure you correct that. I have a video on how to fill the DS-160 form and how to correct your DS-160 form. Make sure you check it out in the link above. It will help you if you have not done so. The next thing you have to do is to make sure that you get a visa appointment date. I know many of you still have dates that are beyond your program start date. That is still fine. The embassy has begun opening some dates for people who are coming for the spring 2023 term. Make sure to regularly check your profile to get a date. Now, you may also want to consider requesting for emergency appointment if you have not already done so. To request for an emergency appointment, check the video in the link above. I have done a very wonderful video taking you through all the process as to how to request for emergency appointment successfully. There are some laws, rules, and regulations concerning when and how and what to do and what to use to apply for emergency appointment. I have explained all that in details in the emergency appointment video. As I said, check it above and look at it. So that is the third thing you need to do. Now, after you have done all these three things, the next important thing is to prepare for your interview. And this is the most important aspect of the whole process. A lot of people rush into the interview and they go and get denied. Getting your US visa approved always comes with a strategy. You must always have a strategy as to what is the best story for your situation. What is the best story that you can tell to convince the consular? It is not about what you have. It is about convincing the consular. So this is where preparation is key. There are times you will need coaching, you need expert advice, you need people who have gone through the process like myself, like Paul, to help you. We have a lot of videos on our channel to help you prepare. We also have a Telegram group that will help you in the process and answer all your questions. Make sure to check all this out and join some of these groups for your questions to be answered. Now, the tip I'll give to you is that now, as you are preparing for your spring 2023 visa interview, the most important thing you have to deal with is finances. We have often realized that many students who have funding or who have good source of funding have a high chance of getting their visas approved. Now, because the spring 2023 semester do not have a lot of students, consulars have a lot of time to inquire and to pay attention to your process because the people going for the interview are not many. This is where you must prove that indeed you have the funds to support yourself. So, funding is important. Make sure that you are well clear about your sources of funding. Why is this person sponsoring you? What is the purpose? How are you connected? How are you related? And what is even the reason at all for the person to spend so much to sponsor you? If you had a lot of scholarship, that is fine. But to those of you who don't have scholarship, that is fine. But as I said, you must prove how and why your sponsor is sponsoring you. Now, this is the last tip I'll give you. As you are going for the spring 2023 term, I know some of you have started your courses online. It will be very advantageous if you have already started online. That makes the process easy. You explain to the consular that you have already started your course online because you didn't have the opportunity to do so in the fall semester. Sometimes it shows a lot of effort in the process. If you have not started, that is fine. As I said, check our video on how to answer the 3 visa important questions. Why this school? Who is funding you? And what are your plans after school? In our next video, I'm going to share details of these 3 steps again, give you the update, what you need to do differently in order to get your visa approved. I am happy to be with you once again. As I said, check the video description section for all the links, for the Telegram page, for our email. If you need coaching, send us an email. We will have time with you and also see how we can help you get your visa approved. Congratulations to all of you who sent me email this week for your visa approval. I'm so proud of you and I'm happy. Now we have a lot of visa approval also. So if you have your visa approved, check the video description link to join our arrival page. I hope to see you one day in US, and always remember, theology is fine. Trust me.